Hi guys, it's Shmi. Just kidding. This is Manish Chain, and you're watching. You know what this show is on you? I don't even have a working title. We'll get to that later. In the meantime, we're gonna take this amazing car that's behind me, this Audi RS7. We're gonna take a quick tour around the car, and then we're gonna take a quick drive around the streets of Bombay. Stay tuned. We're sitting in the car now. We got Dr. Cyres here, and we're going to take a quick drive around Bombay. So tell me, why did you get this versus the M5 or the E63?
Well, before the new M5
Windows
debuted this year, the old M5 was a two-wheel drive car. And I firmly believe that if you have 500 or 550 bhp, you can't put it down through two wheels.
You need all four.
Yeah, the electronics will just end up cutting power.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of pointless.
All right.
It's good to drift on a racetrack, but I don't really go to the track anymore. So,
well, how many tracks are in this area?
City roads.
There are very few tracks, if any, near Bombay.
Yeah, well, there's one at Chennai, which is more of a go-kart track and more of a bike track rather. It's very twisty.
So that's really nowhere near Bombay.
With nowhere, there's no back straight to speak of. And the other one's all the way in Noida, which has a few nice long straights, which you can exploit if you have a lot of power, a powerful car. But that's about it.
Yeah, I would imagine there's not too many places. That's what I've always said. I think a four-door or even like the new super SUVs like the Urus are great for Bombay.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Urus is going to be a game changer for Lamborghini. I think they'll sell more pieces of the Urus than they've done of everything else combined in India.
Oh, that's a guarantee. I think they already have the thing.
Yeah, because our roads are tailor-made for an SUV.
Pretty much. All right. Now we'll hear a little bit of the exhaust. Yep, that sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah. So the exhaust has a nice crackle to it.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
That's very good. The exhaust is by who?
So this is the Miltech Catback exhaust.
Okay.
But it's non-resonated, which means the mid-pipe replaces a box.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
it's more freer flowing than a regular catback exhaust. That's why it's louder.
Yeah, it's definitely
it lets
loud.
more of the sound out. So Manish, you've lived and studied and worked in the US.
Pretty much.
What do you think people there would prefer to buy a car like this over a 911?
You're saying in the US?
Yeah.
I would think most people, if you're looking at a sports car, they would look at the 911. But there's definitely a sliver of people that want that four-door sedan that is super fast. And almost like people don't even know how fast it is. So that's where the RS7, the E63s, the M5s have done really well.
Yeah, the new E63 is supposed to be awesome as well.
It is, but man, even the new M5 is ridiculously looking and super fast. So,
how's the ride on the new M5? Have you sat in one?
I've actually not sat in one yet. I need to. I'm hoping that's one of the next car vlogs, the M5. Yeah. But so the US, I think you don't have issues of road conditions, all of that, but it really comes down to what people really want. If you want a two-door, you'll probably get a 911 or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But if you want a four-door, that's when you get a whole host of options. But they want that speed. And surprisingly, I guess that's the same thing in Germany.
But considering that the US is a country with a 60 mile an hour speed limit, where do they speed?
They usually don't. They,
Because I remember driving on 101 and everyone was doing 85. But I never saw anybody doing 200 miles an hour.
Oh, you would never see that. No chance. First of all, there's
what do they do
traffic.
with a performance car then?
You know what? I think they have it, and then maybe
just feel good.
If they take it out of the city, maybe. But even that, you're afraid to, because if you get a ticket,
there's a speed limit everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you go above a certain speed limit, they just completely screw you. The tickets are crazy. So, yeah, that's kind of a shame. That's the only problem.
So it makes sense to buy these cars if you live in Germany.
Totally makes sense.
Or
you know what?
Europe somewhere.
If you're traveling, I would say travel and rent them there.
Yeah, perfect.
Rent them in Europe, rent them in Germany, get on the Autobahn.
Because our speed limit here is 60 kilometers an hour.
60, 80.
And you know that we are really law-abiding citizens, and we never want to cross 60 kilometers an hour.
Never.
Yeah.
Forget that. Even if you go the speed limit, you'll see some guy darting across the street.
Even on my H2, which would probably do 330 down the back straight, I'm never crossing 60 in Mumbai.
Really? All right. Of course. All right. You know what? People that talk about naturally aspirated versus turbo, the future is definitely electric, so forget all that other stuff.
Yeah. So it's going to be a small turbocharged engine and electric motor driving maybe the front wheels. So you don't need the four-wheel drive system, because your electric motor will do the front and your engine will do the back. So you save a lot of weight because you don't have a transfer case transferring power to the front and back. So the car becomes lighter. You can put about 150 or 200 horsepower down through the front wheels and give you that initial burst of speed that everyone wants. I'm just waiting for the signal to shut.
I see.
So then we have our own little drag strip.
Oh, I thought you were just giving me a technology session.
No.
Stuff.
So then you can do a 0 to 100 launch control from the middle of the road.
Super.
Yeah.
All right.
In public.
Well, I mean, the 0 to 60 is a speed limit. So
yeah, so
okay.
it's just like 0 to 60, yeah.
We'll do 0 to 60.
It's the American speed limit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Indian speed limit is 0 to 60 kilometers an hour.
Exactly. Slight difference.
So we now cancel traction control.
Okay. Traction control off.
Off. And there's still people breaking the signal. Lovely.
Of course.
And we have our brethren dancing across the road in front.
Yeah.
So just let them all go.
And then ready for takeoff.
Then we basically stand on the brake.
Okay.
Rev up, and we are gone.
Yes. Yeah, that you hit 60 kilometers very quickly.
Yes.
Sounded great.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd do launch control on Marine Drive. Thank you for that.
You learn something every day.
Man, I've learned
So you
many
notice
things
that
today.
by the time you get here, the signal shuts.
Yeah.
When you do that on the bike, when you get out of that signal and signal's still open.
Obviously the
When you
bike's
cross it, yeah. But the scary shit is that people are still taking turns.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so a friend of mine did that on his bike, and he got under the car, and the taxi dragged him for 60 meters, he and his wife, and the taxi guy got scared and just kept driving with the bike stuck under the car.
Oh my God.
And them legs stuck on the bike, okay? He lost a lot of skin, got screwed in Pre-Shanty Hospital.
Jesus. All right, hope you guys like that. That was the Audi RS7 that we got a nice drive with Dr. Cyres. Till the next episode, stay tuned.